Good evening, YouTube family, Credit Crusader Army Unite. Good evening to the General himself and lieutenants. You both know who you are also. I want to say hi to Uncle Mikey, because I know you're out there watching. Hopefully here, and I'm hoping that your conscience will eventually grow from the scum on the ground that it is, so you can actually do the right thing. Hello, Val. Hello, KJ. And hello, Brock. I'm addressing you guys tonight because usually the reality is that I do these weekly. Well, I noticed that Mike's kind of got like a ramp up going on what he's trying to do next, because he's trying to, again, separate himself from a failed scam to the next scam. But he's still using some of the platforms that are there. You know, he's talking about his vendors again, you know, elite deletions, wholesale trade credit lines is gone. That's in the past. He wants to forget about it. It's like a pimple on someone's butt. There was some full payments back on that and some partial payments back on that. Mike's been a busy little bee. Have you noticed, if it's just me, I could be wrong, but it seems like Mike went from the marijuana diet with the saggy eyes wide open and beaming now to the meth diet. Keep this in mind. I may not look like this in a sense to you that would be that sense of an executive. Wow, this guy's got long hair, he's got a beard, he's got tattoos. It's my mind, is the reality of where I'm at in life. There's nothing wrong with dressing the part, being the part, so you can become the part. But the problem is with Mike and his lies, he really truly believes that he is the part. I said a long time ago, and I'm not going to take away from it, Mike had a baseline information, a credit information that made sense to a degree. But it wasn't any different that someone else wasn't offering out there for free that was more information and true information could really back it up. Mike should change his platform to credit information sales, not what he likes to say is, I'm not a credit repair company. That's come along the way when people started calling him out and making these videos, to, you know, no longer talking really about Lambo packages and Maserati packages at $25,000 and $3,000. You know, I told you a while back, if you've been following me, I deal in absolutes, okay? Mikey's been busy. I mean, I'm trying to figure out in my mind, after watching Credit Crusader's video today of another victim. A while back, Credit Crusader had showed the building of where Mikey was at. So Mikey has his business and his wife's business behind the building of where they're renting. You know, they're renting space, it's not even their building. She has a failed dating matchmaking company, and her sign is out there along with Allstate Insurance and some other places. But what I can't figure out is if you're a $10 million man on record, that's your worth, not even your company's worth, because your company's supposed to be way worth more than that with your numbers. Why would you not post your name on the business and be proud of what you have if it's legit? Why would you post that behind your wife's office or down the aisle away from what Lyle said was elite credit deletions? Okay, I'm confused. And you should be too, because the only reason why he's able to do what he's doing is because he's taking your money. And if you're considering investing in him, buyer beware, okay? This is a man who will say and do anything to take your money. That's what I can't figure out. So he really got lively today in his video. He was bright, he was animated, he's finding new things to say. Folks, that's desperation. Credit Crusader's videos, my videos, and victims' videos are what pushing Mike now to go even faster in his next position of his next scam. Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. When you back something up in a corner, like an animal or anybody else, they're going to find a way to survive. It's the natural instinct of any human being or an animal for survival. Mike is in survival mode. He's clinching on to what he's got. I mean, he tried moving elite deletions across the street, then back, lost his videographer in the last week, got in the Lambo that he's riding under a lease option that's not really, in a sense, new, but it was used, and with the price he got on, to mention the fact he's not even driving it down the road. In all fairness, he owns it, but I wouldn't drive it either with these gas prices. But garaged and finding yourself to do the interview and another live video for your audience in that car to make it seem like that's your daily transportation when it's not, because you got a truck and your wife drives a Civic. Mike, your circle is not as protected as you think. You signed on what? 13 accounts day before yesterday and maybe 18 today. How do I know this? Your circle's crumbling. People in your circle, as much as you try to have Brock and you go have your private meetings off in the other office, outside of work, your phone calls down the steps on the backside of the wife's building, or whoever owns the building, let me stand corrected, it's not his wife's building. What is it you think you're trying to hide? You're running out of time. And I say it and say it and say it again, Mike. I can't figure this out. You have this money. The guy today, the victim, okay, who I'm going to be talking to pretty soon here because I'm going to be telling a story, that was on Credit Crusader, did the self video. Folks, like the best one-liner ever, right? If you have $10 million of worth as an individual, why do you need my $2,500? Case in point proven, right? I mean, that's a pretty simplistic question. I don't know why Mike can't even answer that. But Mike's not going to answer anything. As Mike was claiming today, I'm going to sell my time. You're buying my time. Here we go, folks. 40,000 hours of training, equivalent to 4 doctorates. I don't know where Mike comes up with that, okay? That's not even an education-based comment to be even said as a statement. It doesn't make any sense at all. 40,000 hours. I don't even think he has spent more than 4 hours. It takes him less than 4 minutes to come up with a lie, okay? Let's talk some numbers. Again, let's talk about this. He brags about his numbers. I have 400,000 followers, he claims. Okay, it's on his YouTube subscriber count. Then he says today that he is the only one in YouTube history to have the largest, fastest growing platform. Sure, when you're creating BS VPN numbers and people that aren't there, they're claiming that they're actual followers and they're not. Mike, you can't even wrangle more than 200 people to 113 people of views, let alone likes for your videos. Where is your 40,000 people that are in your current course? Where? Why aren't they commenting? Where's your 30,000 people that you claim that were happy customers? Where are they? Your numbers are false. You're just pulled out of the air. Like, even say if you catch him and listen closely, he had to backstep and put out a number he gave to you. Okay? He can't keep his lies straight. The handlers are ridiculous around him. Mike, you got people quitting on you. How do I know this? All in time, buddy. It's going to blow you away. What bothers me the most about this is that people out there are scared to make videos. And I empathize and I understand. It is a scary thing. Do you think I have a face for YouTube? I don't. Okay? Mike's got it down pat because Mike believes his own lie anyways. I'm here to give the information that you're going to need to fight. I'm in a position like a sergeant in the Credit Crusader's army to motivate you. Take the time, make a video, send it to Credit Crusader. If you're not sure about it, reach out to me. I'll give you my email address. There's nothing to hide anymore. I've been debating, should I give my email address or not? Contact me through Instagram. No, I'm going to give you my email address. If you reach out to me, you're going to get it, and we're going to talk at some point. We're going to communicate. I need to figure out, if you're not going to tell your story, let me tell your story. If you are going to make a video, send your video of what the real accounts were, of what happened with your situation, whether he took the money and nothing happened, he took the money, something happened, or he didn't give you back a refund of a smaller amount or the full amount. Tell the story. Because the problem is that you're missing here is the violations in process that are happening. Mike is violating FTC laws, Federal Trade Commission. You cannot take a wired amount for someone's credit card for goods and services that are not provided. It is punishable federally. It's happening. Hi, Mike. You're being watched and investigated by federal government. It is coming. They're not shutting me down. They're not stopping me from talking because it's true and it's happening, and they're good with it because it's bringing more victims forward. I have almost 1,300 of your victims already on record. Almost 1,300. That is insane. That's victims. That's not happy people. I haven't had one yet comment and say, hi, Mike helped me out and show me some proof. It doesn't work because it doesn't exist. I am lost in this, folks. I need you guys to really dig down in your soul and say, it's okay for me to leave a video. Because when you leave a video, you show exposure. If you're worried that Mike or someone's going to try to physically hurt you, it's almost nil to impossible, because the reality is once you expose yourself, you've put that limelight on you, the focus on you, that if something were to happen, it goes right back to him, and he's not going to risk it. He's worried about his own ass right now. And I got to say, I do not condone violence against this man or his family. I know there's a lot of pissed off people out there, and they react in emotion, and they should have the right to react in emotion. But violence isn't going to get your money back. If you really want to hurt someone and hold them accountable as a man in this world, okay, as crazy, as beautiful as this world with all the landmines around that we try to avoid, okay, you take his money, you publicly humiliate him, and you discredit him. That is what's happening here. And he's running from it. He's got this new idea. What new idea? Everything he says is regurgitated every time and reset in a different way, but the same platform, the same package. Think about it, folks. Does it cost me to have a YouTube? No. Does it cost me to have an Instagram? No. Does it cost me to have a Facebook? No. It doesn't cost any of that. That stuff is free. He's literally using public forms of basically communication to get to you. And as us as consumers, what got us here in the first place, including me, in credit, right? Bad decisions, non-bad decisions, identification theft, medical debt, whatever you want to call it that put us here. Even me with my intelligence fell into Mike's trap and his BS because we like the cool kids. We hear them talking, we see the cool stuff, we want to be part of it, we want to consume what they have, we want to be like what they have, we want to make a better start. Mike took those emotions and feelings that you had and he played on them. He victimized you. He's not the victim here, you are. You're the victim here. Please make a video, send it to Credit Crusader, and if you don't, at least email me back and tell me you're a victim. Leave it on my YouTube bottom right there, the comments. Let me talk to you. I'll reply back to you with my email address. Let me tell your story, okay? For those of you like, well, you know what? I just don't want to cause any problems. I'm too scared. Make the video. You literally put that attention on you. If anything happens or comes your way, it's Mike, it's a problem. And some people are saying, oh, you know, what do I do, Dave? If he's got my social security number, he could retaliate, he could do a lot of bad things. No, because everything's got a digital thumbprint. He's not that stupid. He's already tried it before. And if you guys remember in his comment, 10 years ago, I was at this. 10 years ago, he was walking out of jail thinking it was next scam because he was taken in for fraud. It wasn't drugs. I mean, it's unbelievable to me, folks. Really think about it. He's continuing to do this, and there's some people that are still falling into it because they haven't seen these videos. You have to help us in the sense of this. If you want us to continue this fight, and we will continue this fight, okay, for you, the victim. Because Credit Crusader believes in it, Jim the Credit Guy believes in it, everything Credit believes in it, and if you really want to break it down, when I say the Credit Crusader Army, it is the Army. Credit Crusader is the general, okay? Jim the Credit Guy is a lieutenant. Everything Credit's a lieutenant. I'm just like a sergeant if you really look at the breakdown how it goes. I'm representing you guys in that sense. He's representing you guys. We're giving you the platform to take your inner voice and speak up for the loss that you had. If you get Mastermind University and you continue to get them, don't open them. If you guys get text messages and you feel like, well, geez, he gave me back $1,000, he gave me back $1,500, but he's still sending me these text messages. Type the capital words STOP, stop. The text messages stop. The Mastermind Universities, if you don't open them and leave them as unopened, that will show that you're not giving the right to having to continue to charge you 6 months down the line and justify that $1,500 charge. Someone's out there scratching it going, you know what, Dave? I got back $1,500, and as far as I'm concerned, that's a line of restitution. Not really. Not really. It's not the full amount. He didn't show good on his services, but then someone's going to say, well, Dave, you're going to be a lawyer. You arbitrate, right? You mediate. That's what this is. No, it's not. It's not. Goods and services haven't been provided, folks. You're a victim. If you're a victim, there's penalty and charges for damages. Damages. Mental distress. You didn't get to pay a bill because he held the money. You couldn't feed your kids that week because you gave up that extra money like he told you to because he said, hey, go without eating, give up your rent. You like driving, living in a shoebox and driving a Civic? You fell into that trap because he brought you there to do that. He defrauded you. It's a crime. He will pay for it. I'm giving you an opportunity through us to have a front row seat to tell your story in an open court in front of a judge, and if even a federal court, and get a front row seat to when they give Mike his matching cuffs and send him on his way where he belongs. Someone's probably asking the question too, Dave, he has a YouTube platform. I mean, he's a fraud. Wouldn't YouTube shut him down? Would they? Try watching a Credit Crusader video and watch what's the first thing that pops up. It might be Mike's video. One of his wannabe Cardone videos, okay? He paid a lot of money for that. YouTube, think about it. Mark Zuckerberg, should I say Facebook? When he was young, he didn't know any better either. He was finally in the last decade, finally getting questioned on basically the information sources that are going on in his actual servers through Facebook. Was he aware of this? Was he aware of that? Were you aware that you're running false advertisement? Were you aware you're giving out false information? Poor Mark Zuckerberg's face, look at him, he was like, huh? People like to come back and say, well, Mark Zuckerberg, he stole the platform. Did he? He took a platform that was someone's idea, he capitalized on it, he put a twist on it, called it his own, and he paid them off in court. Even he was brought to court for BS. And he wasn't really breaking the law. Mike has broken several laws. And to you out there, if you work for Mike, if you work for him in any capacity, whether it's his inner circle, whether it's his dealings of picking up the phone and saying, hello, can I help you today? Any of that stuff. okay? Whether you're a simple secretary, assistant, executive assistant, I hate even using that word with him, or you're out there trying to sell the product, you know you're doing wrong. You know you're doing wrong. You can justify it any way you want. And like I was trying to say, yeah, he has good information, but that's not what he's selling, folks. That's not what you were selling on the phone to people. Lyle, you're out there. I know you're going to watch this. Contact me. Let me talk to you. Right now, people are believing, Lyle, that you got paid off. They're thinking that you got paid money or that you're scared. And you possibly could have had both. I don't know. If you don't even want to come out, fine, tell me what you have, and I will tell the people out there that you didn't take a payoff. But you got to tell me so I can help you in other ways too to get back. If you worked for Mike and you were wrongfully terminated, you do have rights. And I know that you're just as desperate as we were to get our credit fixed. You were just as desperate to get a paycheck. But you are doing wrong. You are assisting Mike in defrauding people. And the sad thing about it is right now, to all of you there that are listening to this, or it gets out, or you secretly watch this and you're going to clock in tomorrow, however that goes, as soon as you get on the phone, because you don't know what you're going to get paid that day, keep my voice in the back of your head when I tell you, you will be going to court too with him. You are an accessory to the crime. You're an accessory to the crime. There was no restitution made. Mike has not made that effort. By Mike sending back $1,500 to me and being $1,500 short and telling himself in hid head, well, it's restituted, it's fine, he can't do anything to me. Mike, you're a fool. And I know not any lawyer on this God green's earth is telling you that you think that you're square with me, because you're not. You are taking money from elderly, you've taken money from the young, you've taken money from the poor, and you've taken people's last bit of money they had in their pockets, you piece of scum. I dare you to please go on a forum, go on a live chat. If you don't even want to show up, send Brock. Contact the Credit Crusader. He'll set it up. I'm ready to go head to head, toe to toe with you and tell you every violation you've committed on the law. And I want to see you argue your way out. In fact, if anything, it's good practice for you. Because at this point, we're dropping pennies in a bucket just for a bail fund for you. Because the way you have your $10 million, as you claim that you're self-made, because you're not, it's your scam. You've taken everybody's money just to get by, and you continue to get by. You're leeching by like a snake on the ground is what you're doing. You're going from one scam to the other, and in desperation. Folks, that message today and that video was desperation. Have you ever seen Mike fired up like that in the last couple of videos? No, he is ignoring it because we're not fighting hard enough. Fight harder. Don't quit. Don't stop. Stay in this fight. Please stay in this fight. Make those videos. Get them to Credit Crusader. Allow me to contact you and tell your story. I am dedicated every week to now telling someone's story. I have enough stories right now to last a whole year as we go by for these victims. Okay? I have the law contacts for you to start this lawsuit. And Mike, I got some interviews this next week for some people that are coming after you from the law. Tick tock, tick tock. Bad boys, bad Mike. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You're running out of time, homie. That's all I gotta say. You're running out of time. I really don't even know when you're gonna sit there and talk and say, God bless, that you and I share the same God. Because there's conviction in me. I don't know about you because you haven't shown it in action one bit. And I'm not a man to question other man of faith, but you can only go so far because you know God's gonna strike you down too, buddy. I mean, think about it. Credit Crusader, by the way, if I could give Oscars for YouTube, one of the best videos ever that came out. Did you guys see the air assault? It was an air assault attack on Mike and his company. These things metaphorically are going to happen to you, Mike. And the worst thing about it is that you're a dad and a husband. You're a piece of scum, dude. I mean, I just think to myself, like, you ain't even got the guts to face me off. You have the guts to go and have your handlers report my videos. That's why YouTube takes 23 hours, 12 hours sometimes to upload my video, because they're verifying everything because, oh, he's using the credit game name. It's my name. Okay. Interesting. Is there an LLC on there? Don't see it. Is there a CC on there? Don't see it because you're hiding in a building in the back running a boiler room. Please, if you work for this guy, get out now. You are in the line of fire for what the law is going to come down on him for. And he is going to point his finger and blame everybody but himself. Help us stay in the fight. Please, if you're out there, make these videos. Tell us your story, get them to Credit Crusader. And then when you're done and you need credit remediation, get the education from Credit Crusader, get the letters from Jim the Credit Guy. Get this stuff today. As even I was watching my boy at Everything Credit, this man is working hard for you. I mean, he has got live stream video, what kind of questions you got. And he is a multitasker that scares the crap out of me, and I'm an executive. He's like typing away and sending letters off and answering stuff on Facebook and answering stuff on his YouTube live channel. Come on, man. Mike can't even compete. Let me fight this fight for you, with you, get you what you need to get some sort of a settlement back of a restitution that matters, and take that money and reinvest in the 3 wise men. Okay? I'm telling you right now, Mike is going down. He's going to lose. We don't know how to lose. He's going to lose. We only know how to win. Credit Crusader, Army Unite, 3 wise men, always. Credit Crusader, Jim the Credit Guy, Everything Credit. I love you guys out there. I do. And I'm going to put up that fight for you. God bless you all from my God, who gives me conviction and leadership to fight for you all the way. Don't stop. Don't quit. Move, shoot, communicate. All right? Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.